REED-BBS, BBS, Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies, Televisión, the Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. So here's the official Canelo Kovalev prediction video, as promised. Canelo, there's a lot of reports going around, which I'll get to in a minute. One of them keeps stating Canelo is vying for his title in a fourth different weight class, a world title, that is. Now, the confusion lies in the fact that, yeah, he beat Rocky Fielding, beat the brakes off of Rocky Fielding at super middleweight. So you're thinking, okay, he's got a title at 54. He's won titles at 60. He beat Fielding at 68. So REED-BBS, BBS. Why wouldn't it be a situation where he beats Kovalev at light heavy? That's 4 titles. Here's the problem. The WBA super middleweight title was a super duper, you know how they do. The WBA, they got super champions and there's champions in recess and all this shit. And I don't play that. Callum Smith was the actual WBA champion at that time. And he's beating the brakes off of Rocky Fielding also. So while Canelo has a nice little WBA trinket, it's really just, it's one of them alphabet soup things, man. It's a pleather strap title. You know, it's not what we thought it was. It's cubic zirconia, you know what I'm saying? So this will be a third one that he's vying for. Let's make that clear. All during the build-up, Canelo, he's buddying up, playing buddy, nice guy, good boy with Kovalev. All during the promotion, he's giving him high fives and hugs, handshakes. They taking 100 selfies and shit. And I get it, you can be professional. I know both men will fight hard on fight night. I'm not questioning that. But it does seem like Canelo's trying to stay on the good side of Kovalev, if you will. And being a 4-1 favorite, it really seems to be no reason why he would do that. He's been very talkative, as I stated in my last Canelo video. He's also mentioned pound for pound, Canelo has, and how he thinks he's pound for pound number 1. And not Lomachenko or Crawford, who are ranked 1 and 2 by the Ring magazine and ESPN. Canelo says he's number 1 based on resume, accomplishments, etc., etc. Y'all know now about him accusing De La Hoya of being disloyal. He's also spoken on possibly fighting at cruiserweight and facing Better Biv. Like, he's not ruling any of that out. Here's what Canelo and Team Canelo and GoldenBoyPromotions didn't necessarily make just abundantly clear and obvious to us. That's the 10-pound rehydration clause that was always in the contract. This isn't something new that Team Kovalev doesn't know about. Don't get it twisted. It's just an unfortunate circumstance to me that why are we just now finding out about this? Now, we've heard all along, hey, no catchweight. They was beating their chests. No catchweight. We're fighting Kovalev, the 175-pound champion, at 175. But now it's, oh, by the way, rehydration clause. Of course, Team Kovalev knew this. You can't sneak this by someone, but I'm betting you they were strongly encouraged and perhaps paid to not say anything about this. So you factor in the fact Kovalev is 36 years of age. He's been KO'd twice. Took him not 1, not 2, but 3 tries to make 175 today. And the glass body that I've never ran from and elaborated on at length. And pretty much everybody else is speaking on it too. It's a very obvious and tragic flaw that Kovalev has. So on top of all that, you're going to add a rehydration clause. Perfect. That just really levels the playing field, huh? I don't know, man. I don't like it. Dennis Douglin, that's who Kovalev's main training partner has been, sparring partner. He's speaking glowingly of Kovalev's ability to maintain distance with his jab. He also spoke of Kovalev beating up his arms and how he could barely raise them after 3-4 rounds against him, which would be a good tactic. That's some Buddy McGirt shit, some old school Buddy McGirt shit. And Canelo got thick legs and arms. So anyway you can handicap them, go for it. Hell, I remember Roy Jones. He had an opponent, I think it was Eric Harding. Like, Roy was finding it hard to hit him in the head, so he was just beating up this man's left bicep, and bicep tore, and Harding had to be pulled out of the fight because his bicep was torn. TKO Roy. So if that's a part of Kovalev's strategy, that's a plus. To me, the crux of it is based on the 1-2s. It's based on the 1-2s. A handful of hooks, just a handful, not too many, because you don't want to expose that glass body that I've already spoken of. In particular, the ones on the 1-2s, the jabs, they need to be thrown at different speeds. Sometimes hard, sometimes soft, sometimes peppermint, sometimes just one hard, stiff one. He needs to throw them to the head, to the chest, and then every now and then you bend down, you throw some stabs to the body. Just keep Canelo guessing is the point of it all, because that motherfucker counters the shit out of jabs and just punches in general, really. As a Canelo fan, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed. That rehydration clause, the fact that we're just now finding out about it after y'all was beating your chest on no catch weight, man, it taints it for me. I was picking Canelo anyway by a late stoppage, and now that I know that, yeah, hell, it should be 6-1 odds in Canelo's favor. Don't see any way that he could lose this fight, and it really does. Even as a Canelo fan, I have to say it cheapens and taints the accomplishment overall. Yeah, you'll become a light heavyweight champion, but it just won't feel the same to me, man. I ain't trying to hate, just stating it like I stated. REED-BBS, BBS, Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies, Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.